Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Rivers now to throw on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Enunwa was the Jets' second leading receiver last year, had 58 catches, only one behind Brandon Marshall, who, of course, with the Giants now.
A breakout season for him, a big-bodied guy. Many thought that he was more restricted to moving the chains. Had an ability to get downfield and make big catches as well.
And bulldozing his way through. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
To throw is Rivers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left corner.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. So out now come the Jets. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yard your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other target.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
And he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
When halftime rolls around in just a bit, we'll send you to Orlando. You will hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report.
Does dulcet mean good?
Yeah, it's just something that broadcasters say. It's got to be good, right? You tell me.
Well, it's got to be good if Larry's doing it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Rivers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Clive Walford, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch. From up in Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Cam Newton with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Rivers on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. This is where, on passes like that, it could really be troublesome not having Brandon Marshall.
He's such a big downfield threat, knows how to go up and get it. Don't forget, Devin Smith, another high flyer, is likely to miss.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down, here's Forte. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive.
Ready. Black 15.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Rivers. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And the Jets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A dump off to Forte. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Leggett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. We are in the 4th and final quarter, as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Now Rivers, they've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
That one was intended for John Brown. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. They're triggered.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Rashard Matthews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. The drive begins with a run by Forte. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing here, Rivers. Fighting his way through contact. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On second down, Forte. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. And in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch it now, Barney.
They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers, the quick slant caught. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. On the ground, Forte. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?